Yeah, sorry I'm late for this one. So, here we are, folks. Last part of the Victorion videos, where all we're doing is putting this she-beast together. But before we do that, I think it's fair that we finally assemble the weapons. So, if I just get them all here, they're all in my lap. So, let's start off with Pyromagnus pickaxe. You literally just flip it upside down. That's what you need to do for that. Then you take Jumpstream's shield thing. You plug it in the bottom, and then tab it in back here. Then you take what I'm calling the crossbow. There are these two slots right here that these two tabs right here, you can see them, are going to go into, while this obviously this peg is going to go through this hole and connect to the shield thing. So just push it in all the way. That's that. And finally, we take the two swords. You want to, because there's also these notches right here, and these slots on the inside of the the pickaxe. You have to kind of simultaneously get these tabs in and line it up with the tab on the crossbow. There we go. And if I just get this side right in, ladies and gentlemen, we have the giant sword, which we'll get back to in a little bit. Although this kind of looks like a movie version Key to Victor Sigma. Transformers movies, get the Key to Victor Sigma in. What was it? Victor Sigma. Still, let's bring it together. So, we've got Stormclash as a right leg. Skyburst as a left leg. Obviously, we already have Rust Dust as the boobs. Oh, shit. Dropped one of them. Jumpstream as the right arm. And finally, once I pick her up, Dust Up as the left arm. At least that's the normal configuration I was shown. And then you also got this big handle right here. Goes into this hole in her hand. Just plug it. Come on. Yeah, kind of hard to get this thing in there. And just like that, there we have Victorion in her combined mode. And here's the thing, I like Victorion's design. I think it looks really cool. I mean, yeah, it is kind of like your standard Combiner Wars combiner, but this one actually brings like a whole new brings like a whole new flavor to it. I don't know if it's because of the color scheme. I don't know if it's because of the brand new hands and feet. I don't know if it's because it has this wicked sword, and I don't know if it's because it has this really nice looking head right there. I really dig the head sculpt. It kind of gives like a queen-like appearance, which, okay, I'm only just now realizing the pun. Victorian. Yeah, I get the pun. I really do like the look of this, because it looks so, like, okay, you put it right next to like, say, your other combiners, like, say, your Superions, your Metasaurs, your Defensors, your Bruticuses, your Computrons, your Devastators. You put it right next to it, and you know, she does stand out, but she also kind of like stands among them in like the right sense. It's not just that, it's these different colors, so it doesn't match. No, it matches perfectly with the whole, we're given that the combiners are basically just a mishmash of vehicles and robots anyways. The only part of the combiner I legitimately do not like is Rust Dust as the chest. It's just, I mean, Rust Dust on her own is a shite figure. But you know, putting her in combined mode as what are essentially a pair of tits, it just really doesn't work for me. It doesn't help that the stock photos had her mistransformed so that the wheel was facing down and these silver bits were pointing up, which I think may have looked better if all they did was just if they just simply moved the peg up and moved these holes down. I think that would have worked a lot better. But that's just me. So how does it fare against other combiners? Well, if I just quickly go get my poster boy for comparisons to combiners, Bruticus. The hand fell off. Oh god, the hand, Victorion's hand fell out, and so did the sword. Okay, there we go. Hands all the way in. But that's what I was trying to talk about before that happened. When comparing, like your standard, Bruticus, right? Bruticus is kind of like your standard, like, Combiner Wars height. Like, she's only like the slightest bit taller than Bruticus, but she also has like kind of a bit more flair. I mean, Bruticus has always been this bizarre mismatch of different colors and different vehicles that seemingly go together in spite of the shuttle. Whereas Victorion, you got 2 cars, a fire truck, a motorcycle, and a pair of helicopters. But it's not just the color scheme that unifies them. It's also the fact that, you know, they're women. But I feel as if I honestly can't decide which one kind of works as like a mismatch of different things better. I mean, Bruticus will always remain #1 in my heart because, well, it's Bruticus. I've always loved Bruticus and the Combaticons and that. But something about Victorion really just kind of struck a chord with me. Like, this is like Combiner Wars at its full potential. It's fully realized, it's fully put together, and it's kind of like the shining light that we needed. Especially with the admittedly kind of crappy Machinima Combiner Wars series, but that's neither here or there, and it is not really Victorion's fault that that show sucked. So, yeah, I really don't know what else to say. Victorion is a good combiner. If I just put Bruticus down there. Come on, big boy. I know you're dumb, but you can stand by yourself. Like, I really do like the Victorion set. It works really well, but for some reason, it's just not. I say it strikes a chord with me, but it's still not fully grabbing me. I think it's also because I've seen the reviews of Megatronia, and I've actually seen like the box for Megatronia in person, so I know it's selling over here in the UK for about, I don't know, 140 quid. So the fact that it is kind of the fact that I've seen these molds with like a better color scheme, and honestly, Megatronia does actually look better once you put the helicopters in as the arms and the legs. I mean, the cars as the legs. But aside from that, I actually really do recommend Victorion if you can find her. I mean, I only found her by accident when I went to Forbidden Planet over in Leicester Square, which is a place you should totally go to, by the way. It is a brilliant place to go to unleash your basically your inner geek. And yeah, I really don't regret purchasing her. It's just that I feel as if she doesn't really deserve the £110 price point. 90 quid. Maybe. 110, not so much. So, yeah. I like Victorion, but I have a feeling that after I get Megatronia, she's gonna replace Victorion as my official female combiner. So, yeah, that is that for Victorion. That is that for the Rust Renegades. I hope you enjoyed these videos, and as always, my Twitter is in the link in the description below, as is my blogspot, so you can check it out there for whatever reviews I'm writing. I'm still in the middle of writing my Kamen Rider X8 review, or actually, to be fair, I only just started writing it. So, you know, expect that at least before the end of this year. I hope to have it up before the end of this year. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Just share it with your loved ones, and I'll see you guys in the new year. Later.